Vehicle emergency kit. What you put in it? Hello, welcome back to the channel. Now today's video is all about the vehicle, what I keep inside it, whether I'm going on long journeys or now ready for the winter, what preparations do I make, what gear do I keep inside the truck. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, so welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time out to click on the channel and watch the videos. Yeah, so this one's all about vehicle preps. Now, last week, there was a bit of a palaver in town. I had a bit of trouble with the vehicle. I won't go into it too much, but it was stuck in the high street for a while. Yeah, it's only a small town and wasn't blocking the traffic. It was parked outside the post office, so it was all right. But as it was, I sorted it out pretty quick and we was back on the road in no time. So I thought, seems that happened, why don't I do a video on what sort of equipment I keep in the truck, whether it's prepping items or emergency items, not just for winter time or long journeys, but for everyday use. So that's what the video about today. I've got a kit in the back of the truck, plus I've got a few items I keep in the front of the truck at all times. And what we'll do, we'll go around the truck, show where I keep the stuff, what sort of stuff I got, the reasons behind it, and the kit, what I got kept in the back here. Again, what kit is in the bag and why. And if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned and we'll run through that. So first thing we do, I think, we'll start in the front of the vehicle and show you what I keep in here and why. So start off the driver's side. Yes, if you're watching in America, yeah, you might say it's on the wrong side. No, this is actually on the correct side. In America, they got it on the wrong side. But we won't go into that today. So driver's side. Now before we get started, I don't keep a huge amount of stuff in the vehicle. You know, we're not planning for every possible outcome, disaster or whatever prepping related event. So it's just realistic things that I keep in the vehicle. So we'll start off with the driver's side door. First thing we got down here is a bit of a sponge and shemag, obviously wiping down the window if there's a bit of condensation. Winter time, bit of an ice scraper. Emergency hammer, glass breaker, and a seatbelt cutter. Yeah. If you was ever in an accident and you were stuck in here, or someone else was stuck in the car and you need to get them out, yeah, something like this, you know, less than £4 I think these are. Yeah, it could save your life. Bottle of water. You'll find I have a bottle of water stashed all over the vehicle. You know, we need water to survive, don't we? So always good to have a couple of bottles of water in the vehicle. And then the last thing is my everyday carry pouch. I always make sure I got a handle up so it's easy to grab hold of. Behave yourselves. And inside there, like I say, is my everyday carry pouch. So there's a ruck of stuff in there. We're not going to go through that today. I'll save that for another video. This particular pouch is from Roaring Fire. I'm trying it at the moment, and so far it's a really good piece of kit. I've got a couple of bags I'm trying on these, and yeah, so far really impressed. But again, look out for future videos on them. So yeah, everyday carry pouch, possibilities pouch, or whatever you want to call it. All right. But again, we're not going to go into the contents of that today. This is all about the vehicle today, so I'll do that on another video. And that's it for the driver's side. Yeah, like I said before, I'm not kitting out like the A-Team. Okay, it's just essentials, you know, realistic essentials. Right, we're going to have a look at the passenger side door. On this side of the vehicle, not much to do with me, I'm afraid. Not very often anyway. So all I've got in here is a bottle of water. Right. I could argue need another emergency hammer in there, but I don't think so. One's probably enough in this side. So all I've got in there is a bottle of water. That allows for plenty of room for other things. You know, if you're going on a journey, jockeys and sweets and all that sort of stuff, isn't it? But what I do have in the glove box, another bottle of water. Obviously all the bits and bobs that come with the vehicle. But I have road maps. So a couple of road maps, or few I got, of Great Britain. Some of them are quite old. And yes, there will be some new roads and alterations, but 90% of it will be just as good. So you've got all the roads on here covering the whole of the UK. Got this nice little handy, as it says, handy road atlas of the UK. And this one as well. This one has a few cities in it. Again, it might not be completely accurate, the city layouts, but all the roads are there. Now you may ask, why do you need a road atlas with sat-navs and phones? Yes, this vehicle's got built-in sat-nav, and yes, you've got sat-navs on your phones, but if something happens, electrical fault, battery run out, whatever it is, you can always use the box, and you can always use a road atlas. The batteries never run out on the road atlas. It's always there. So that's the driver's side door and the passenger side door done, and there's a bit in between. We'll have a look next. So in between the two front seats, we've got this compartment. So there, got a head torch. This is Trusfire, good head torch this as well. So you can take it off the band, off the headband. Because it's magnetic, you can stick that on the vehicle, and you've got a down light then, 90-degree light. So if you've got to fix a tyre, whatever you're going to do, really good handy piece of kit. My first aid kit, again, I'm not going to go into that today. There is a video already on that, up there somewhere. I want to keep my first aid kit. Notebook. And a pen, just in case you're going to write any notes, leave any notes in the vehicle. I've got a little emergency radio, battery radio. Again, if you're stranded, you want to listen to some music, listen to the news. Multi-tool, got multi-tools just about everywhere. Little 12-volt adapter, charging your phones. Speaking of which, got some charger for the phone, for the torch. What else I got in here? Bit of fuel gel. That should be about it, I think. Oh yeah, warm hat. Oh, some batteries. Only for the radio. So that's everything in there. So obviously charger leads, pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? For your phones and your devices, a torch. Batteries for the radio. Radio, if you are stranded in the vehicle, bit of communication, bit of listening out for the news, or even just listening to the music. Notepad and pen, again, if you have to leave the vehicle, and you can leave a note in it. First aid kit, again, self-explanatory, isn't it? Warm hat, again, if you're cold. And a head torch. Yeah, again, if you're stranded at night, you need some illumination. Again, just basic essential items, nothing too fancy, just realistic items to keep in your vehicle. Right, let's have a look at the back seats. Right, the back seat, kids department. So in this side, again, bottle of water and a torch. And that's it for that door. But also this side, underneath the passenger side seat, I've got my emergency starter kit. So there's a power bank, some jumper leads, charger leads, all that sort of stuff. Not only will that give you a bit of a jump start, it will charge any devices. And then next to that, I've got a little socket set. So there's just a few little tools in here, sockets, screwdrivers. That just goes back underneath the seat. That's it for this side, but there is something else I've got to show you. We're going to have a look at the other side first. Right, so this side, in the door, as you guessed it, I've got another bottle of water. And I've also got an emergency hammer. So we've got one in the front and one in the back. That's it for the door. But on this side, underneath the driver's seat, I've got a little day sack. So in there, I've got a few items, but again, I'm not going to go through it today. We'll do that for another video. This is a Roaring Fire wax canvas day sack. Really nice bag. Still trying it. Took it off on holiday with me abroad, and yeah, really liked it. So that's a little day sack. It fits underneath the seat. So with the day sack, if I'm going out somewhere, I can grab my first aid kit and grab my EDC pouch, put them in the day sack. Plus, obviously, I'll be carrying certain things, multi-tool, and what else have I got? Lighter, but I'll go through that on another video, you know, my EDC video. So that's underneath the seat, the little day sack. Now there is another compartment in the cab, or the front of the vehicle, and that's underneath the rear seats. So we'll have a look at that now. Right, underneath the rear seats, first thing we got is a torch. Again, self-explanatory. You know, if you're stranded at night, need some illumination. Warm clothes. So we got foil blankets, another hat, pair of socks, shamag, pair of gloves. This side we got food. So we got emergency rations. So we got some wipes, sweets, loads of drinks, hot chocolate, and a couple of sporks, loads of chocky bars, and a few MREs. So if you're stranded overnight or for an extended period of time, you want to make sure you get plenty of food in you, and if it's cold, get some nice hot drinks. How do you warm up your food? Well, we got flameless heater packs. All you need is a bit of water to get them going. We got heat to eat system, plenty of stones. So again, you just put a little bit of water in these. That will react to the heater stones and then it'll warm up your food. I've got a flask, so we make a hot brew. To do that, I've got a pot, which is a Crusader mug, some fuel blocks, and a little burner. So in here, I've also got another little radio wind-up one. Now, I've slated these in the past. They're not very good, but in an emergency, if that's all you've got, I suppose it would do. So that's it for that compartment. So I got warm clothing and a torch in one, and I got the food, the cooking equipment, water, and radio in another. Oh, pound, bonus. Now there's more. So I pull this. Now behind the seats, I've got a couple of army issue wool blankets. I've got another flask, another first aid kit, and that's it. So there, that's the front of the vehicle, the cab. So just to recap what I had underneath the seats, I had a compartment for warm clothing and a torch, and then underneath the other seat I had a compartment for emergency rations, food, cooking equipment, and something to heat up your food, and a radio. And behind the seats then I had a couple of nice woolen army issue blankets and first aid kit and another flask. So the thinking is behind all that, that if you was stranded in the vehicle for any amount of time, like I said, it could be cold, it could be thirsty, so in there you've got water, you've got food, and you've got a way of keeping yourself warm. If it's dark, you've got lights. If your phone's run out of battery and you need to get hold of someone, you've got battery charger in there to charge your devices. So it's all geared around equipment you need for realistic emergency situations. With all that done, let's go have a look, see what I've got in my emergency kit bag in the back of the vehicle. So here it is. Here's my emergency vehicle kit. What I'll do first, we'll go through the kit, see what's inside it, and then the reasons why I've got that particular kit and why I keep it in this bag. So on the top, I've got a brolly. Now we're in the UK, it rains quite a lot, so a good brolly always comes in handy. And these little pockets on the front of the bag. First one is a container to get water, and there's a purifier as well. So it's a water filter and a container to get more water if you need it. And I've got a few packs of Puri tabs. If the vehicle is stranded and I run out of water, I can go get some more and filter it. So that goes in there. In this pouch, this is a 20,000 milliamp battery charger, solar generator as well, so it'll recharge on the solar. But it's a really good light as well. Loads of different settings. If I hold it down, I think it's red as well, red light. You can quite see that flashing. Plus it's magnetic, so I can stick this to the outside the vehicle. And I've got another emergency light. And if I need to charge that up, I've got the charger lead for it. So that's in there. In this pouch. Another little multi-tool. Emergency whistle. Call for help. Some hand warmers. And a signalling mirror. So that's the external pockets. Now what's inside the bag itself. Now there's a couple of reasons why I'm using the Crib Gork Ridgeback Rogue 55. One being it's a bloody really good bag, loads of capacity, hardware in, loads of straps on it. But it's another reason, and I'll show you that later on in the video. So let's open it up. So inside, first thing we come to, pair of work gloves. Okay, got to get out there and fix a car or do something. Pair of gloves. It's raining. A good coat. Waterproof coat. In this pouch, I've got, I'm not going to get them all out now, 5 bungee cords and a couple of ratchet straps. I'll tell you why I keep everything in pouches later on. But that's your bungees and ratchets. Now this one, it's really important. If you're broken down somewhere, it could be poor visibility, so it's best to be seen, isn't it? On the roads, busy roads, you've got to be seen. So we've got loads of chem lights, glow sticks, another magnetic light, been stuck on the side of the vehicle. Emergency beacon light, again magnetic, stick that on the vehicle. I don't know. Yeah, off. So yeah, really good light, waterproof as well. A couple of high-vis jackets. Now if you're working next to a vehicle, next to a busy road, you've got your beacons out, you've got your lights out, but make sure you're seeing yourself. So get some high-vis jackets on. I've also got a marker panel. Now this luminous panel, you can hang it on the vehicle, you can wave it to get attention, but I tend to use these on my rucksack. So if I'm walking on the road, if I'm going to get help, or I've got to go and get some fuel, I can put this on the back, my backpack, and I should be able to be seen. So that's my Be Seen kit. Next, emergency first aid. So I've got my first aid kit in the front of the vehicle, but this kit is more extra items if you've come across an emergency situation, a car accident or whatever it is, someone's hurt themselves. So on here I've got more items, more foil blankets, I've got chest seals, blast dressings, Israeli bandage, loads of Celux, tourniquets, a range of stuff, obviously gloves, some more serious first aid equipment. Like hopefully you never have to use it, but if you do come across something, which I have done in the past, come across a very nasty accident, and at that time I was in a friend's car and he had nothing in the car. But yeah, so always keep some extra items because you never know what you're going to come across on the roads. Now to go along with that, I've got a couple of SAM splints and a large blizzard bag, and I've chucked in a little survival bag as well. There's another first aid item that's right at the bottom of the bag, I'll get out last. Next thing, poncho. Again, if there's wet weather, you might need to form a small shelter, like awning off the vehicle to keep everybody dry. So yeah, poncho can do that, plus you can put it on and keep yourself dry as well. So emergency food rations. Yes, we've got food in here, but this is just emergency food rations. They'll keep for years and years in this bag. Again, not just for myself, but if I come across someone who's cold, wet, hungry, I can give them a bit of grub. They might not like it, but it will keep them going. So now we come to the tools. So we've got a bit of WD-40 in there and a bit of 3-in-1 oil, just in case you need to lubricate something or oil something up. I think that's 30 meters of paracord, proper 550 paracord. Some zip ties. You know, your bumper might fall off, or your license plate, or number plate we call it, might fall off. So some zip ties to put it back on. Tool roll, again, roaring fire. Wax canvas, tool roll, really, really nice piece of kit. I really do like that kit. I will do some reviews on these. So yeah, I've got a tool kit in the vehicle, but also one out here as well. And there's only, you know, a small amount of tools, a few spanners. I've got a torch, glow stick, pliers, screwdriver set with all the bits and bobs in there. I've also got in the zip a pile of car fuses, and you can see all that. I'll just get that low. So a load of these little fuses in case something blows. Now we're not fixing engine problems and all that sort of malarkey, you know, not MacGyver, but it's just a small toolkit just for minor things, you know, if something happens. I have got breakdown cover as well, obviously, so anything major that could be sorted. While I'm on about tools, I did forget to mention, as standard, underneath the passenger seat in the front, there's the jack and all that for the vehicle, but that comes with the vehicle. It's not something I've added myself, that comes with the vehicle. So, yeah, my tools. Big wipes, if you are doing something in the vehicle, fixing it, whatever, and you want to wipe your hands. Some wipes. Gaffer tape. If you can't fix it with gaffer tape, just put more gaffer tape on it. And a bit of a gash bag, rubbish bag, put any rubbish in it. Axe and a saw. who knows, innit? You know, why not? Some insulation tape. Again, if you're doing any electrical work, fixing any wires, some good insulation tape. Shovel. This is a folding shovel. Now some people put snow shovels in their cars, but it's very rarely we have huge amount of snow here in the UK. You know, at the time it does happen, and people do get stuck in the snow, but it's not a regular occurrence. But a good shovel will not only shovel the snow away, but if you're stuck somewhere, you're in the ditch or whatever it is, and be able to dig yourself out, yeah, you need a shovel to do it. Knife. It's just a morer, and in that compartment as well, I got my fire extinguisher, powdered one. I'll just put that straight back in the bag, I think. Then I got the big toolkit. So this is a toolkit on its own in the bag. Loads of stuff in here. A pocket chainsaw. You could be on the road somewhere and the small trees come down. You haven't got a chainsaw, but you can cut your way through this. It might take you a while, but you might be able to do it. Stanley blade, Stanley knife. Who knows? It's in there. Jumper cables. It's a regular occurrence in it. Batteries going flat or something's happening. So jumper cables. Siphoning kit. Foot pump. Yeah, it's going to take a while, but it will do the job. Tow rope. Not a huge one, but if you're using that with the ratchets as well, it should be able to put you out in any trouble. A couple of screwdrivers. Hammer. A couple of pinch bars for levering anything. I've got a couple of adjustable spanners, different sizes. Another little torch. A warning triangle. So again, be seen. So if you're on the road somewhere, stick this out on the side of the vehicle, just down the road a little bit, just to warn people that you're broken down. I think some countries you are legally required to carry these in your vehicle. So that was a emergency breakdown kit, but I've added stuff to it. The last thing in the bag, medical related, is a neck brace. Now as a first aider, I wouldn't really put this on anybody, but it's more for my own use. But I don't advise everybody to carry that sort of equipment. In the lid, I think I've got a few more glow sticks as well. There's loads of compartments in this bag, and I haven't used half of them, but I don't need to. So you don't need to carry every single piece of equipment you've got. To run through it again, I've got a way of collecting and filtering water. I've got another emergency light and a power bank to charge any devices up. I've got some signalling equipment, so I've got first aid equipment. I've got my emergency breakdown kits. I've got my fire extinguisher. I've got my tools, my knives, saws, shovels, hand wipes, your tapes, your oils, lubricants, some cordage, tool roll, bungees and ratchets. Keep yourself dry or others dry with a poncho. So emergency rations, your be seen kit, very important. Good coat and a pair of gloves. Now you're thinking, why have I put it in the bag? Why did I put it in a box? Well, there's a couple of reasons why I ended up in a bag. So, like I said before, it's a really good bag. But if we're not going in this vehicle and we're going to another vehicle, I can just grab this bag and chuck it in another vehicle. Right? It's not going to take up a huge amount of room. So you don't want to carry too much stuff, otherwise there'll be no room for your shopping. So a good bag, I can chuck it between vehicles, from one vehicle to another. Plus with this bag, if there was an emergency situation and I needed to get home, and I need a get home bag, take a lot of stuff out I don't need. You know, cleaning stuff, pressure tape, keep a couple of tools. Probably wouldn't need a tool set. Be seen kit, probably won't need that. Trauma kit, perhaps take a few items out of that. Shovel, I wouldn't want to take that. Breakdown kit, no, that's out. Bungees and ratchets, out. Knife I'll keep in there, saw. Oil, out. Fire extinguisher, out. Out. Then I can put stuff in I actually need. I can go in the front, I can get my food rations, I can get my first aid kit, I can get my EDC kit, I can get my cooking stuff, I can get the warm blankets. I can put them in this bag, undo this pouch, strap it all up. Now you have a get home bag. That's the idea. Now I've got to pull this back in there. Well, here we are guys, there's the video. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you got something from it. If you've got any other suggestions of what other kit you can put in a vehicle emergency kit, put them in the comments below, I'll be happy to have a look at them. But that's my kit and what I put in there. If you haven't done so already, please think about liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell. And if you do want to see some more videos, check that one out and that one. And I'll catch you again next time. All the best.